if we don't balance this type of the airflows to the rooms, you're going to have rooms that are too cold, too hot, not comfortable, and so we're going to work really hard to do that. My name is Jeff Ralston. I'm with Ralston Eco Homes, and we're in Swisher, Iowa, in our passive house. We're getting really close here. We're coming to some of the final stages of things. One of the things that Phius requires of us is balanced ventilation, which we'll talk about in another video. But what I like for comfort purposes in a home is to match the design of the HVAC system so that we're delivering heat or delivering cold to the places we want to, so that people are comfortable, so these houses are comfortable. If we don't balance this type of the airflows to the rooms, you're going to have rooms that are too cold, too hot, not comfortable, and so we're going to work really hard to do that. So I'm here today with Adam Welch, and I'll have Adam introduce himself, but the way I think of Adam is he's the guy that designed our system so that we could live in a comfortable house, and now he's come here today to make it work the way he designed it. So Adam, why don't you tell us the name of your company and a little bit about what you do? And
Yep, so I'm Adam with Vertex Home Performance. We're a home performance energy auditing company and HVAC design professional, I guess.
Yeah.
And so today we're just going around and verifying or redirecting air to match the loads that we did early on.
Yeah, so we currently have the air handler set at the design speed, so 900 CFMs. And then Adam designed the system so like this register here in the downstairs living area is supposed to deliver a certain amount of air to this room, and we're going to measure it. And so we went around and measured all of the registers and just saw how far off we are. And then we need to manipulate that airflow.
Yep, redirect it from high spots to low spots.
Correct. And one of the ways we do that is with these, right?
Yep, those
retro
are
dampers.
Correct.
So this is a retro damper. Adam brought these. And he installed this into the register so that it allows him to then go in and adjust the flow. Now we can't increase the flow with the damper, but if we damper this register over here, then this register is going to have a higher flow. And so it's an iterative process, right? Yeah. So we've been walking around. I mean, it seems kind of not so exciting, but we've been walking around with our little screen here, and we have all the numbers. You know, we have what we've measured. We've had what our design is. It tells us how far off we are. So like this register, we just manipulated all the registers in the house, and this register was off a little bit. And so now we're just going to check it again. So we can just check and see what this is. Yep, very easy. Now this is a passive flow monitor, which inside the house works great. And that's just telling us we're getting 56 CFM to this through this register. Now that's still lower than we want. So we're going to go back through the house and damper down some other registers. We talked about the serve, which is our ERV. And one of the things we have to verify is that we are pulling air out of the bathrooms at the proper rate. So we have a minimum. So the bathrooms have to have a minimum of 20 CFM being exhausted out of them. And so we've already done that. We've walked around and they all met that requirement. They were 20 to 30. And then the kitchen has to be 25 at a minimum. And that total has to add up to, again, Phius wants us to be at 108. And I think we are at 113. But what we now want to do is we've got the system balanced, so we have the air handler is sending the proper amount to all of the supplies. Hallelujah. But what we want to do now is we want to re-engage the ERV, the serve, and see where it's sending that its supply. So we'd like to see the bedrooms getting fresh air. So if the bedroom register was measuring, say, 52, and then we engage the serve, we want to see that the bedroom is actually increased to 57. And then we know that we've increased the bedroom by 10%, and we can go around and measure all of those. And so that's the next stage that we're going to go through now.